doesn't get much bigger than Black Panther from a couple of years ago, man. That was a zeitgeist movie for that community, for the world, really. A bit of a trailblazer in terms of what it done for representation, putting black people on the screen. And even in that movie, they flung in their token white men with Andy Serkis and Martin Freeman. But if you're going to put token white actors in, you pick those guys because they're pretty fucking special in their own right. But Black Panther 2 has released a little bit of a synopsis, shall we say, on this movie. And it has me slightly concerned in equal measures and excited in also equal measures, because that's what equal measures means. Equal measures something. Excited, a little bit disconcerted. This is what the synopsis says. I thought it had a better quote than that, but clearly it does not. I have switched off the wrong tab. I had MovieWeb up and it has an infinitesimally better quoting system on its website. This is what the synopsis promises: to explore the incomparable world of Wakanda and all of the rich and varied characters introduced in the first film. There was a couple. M'Baku for one, Winston Duke. Which characters will be the focus of the new film remains to be seen, but the Wakanda... I have to burp, I do apologise. But with Wakanda containing multiple factions, including the Dora Milaje, who we've seen in, of course, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and the War Dogs, who serve as Wakanda's intelligence espionage agency, there are plenty of angles for writer-director Ryan Coogler. Now, there was more to that quote than that. There was a quote there. Jesus Christ. Marvel Studios' Black Panther Forever will continue to explore the incomparable world of Wakanda, blah blah blah. Introduced in the first film, written and directed by Ryan Coogler. That was essentially it. We know it's written and directed by Ryan Coogler. We don't need to regurgitate that shit. Now, why does this have me slightly disconcerted, slightly worried? Well, I want them to move on from Chadwick Boseman, because I don't want them to tarnish his legacy as that character by CGIing him, recasting him. I want that character to remain wholesome and true to his vision. And we've had people in this channel disagreeing with me, and look, that's absolutely fine. All opinions when it comes to art and film are subjective, and you're entitled to it, but I fucking disagree with it, as is my opinion. We should not be recasting that character. We move on, we hand over, I should say, the Black Panther title to a completely new character. And be it Shuri, be it M'Baku, be it Daniel Kaluuya's character, be it fucking Eric Killmonger, bring in Michael B. Jordan again. I don't really care how they do it, but I'm glad they seem to be moving on from it. And of course, I think it was Lupita Nyong'o confirmed that they are going to handle this character, this passing of a baton, this movie, with the fragility and the sensitivity it requires. So I'm glad they're moving on from it. But that said, and that's the equal measure I'm happy about, they are moving on. It's going to be about Wakanda as a whole, exploring all of the myriad of interesting characters that were buffed aside to T'Challa in that movie. Where I'm slightly concerned though is, I don't want them spreading themselves too thin in this movie. I don't want every single character that was introduced, Shuri, whatever the other ones were called, I don't even know their names, Lupita Nyong'o, Danny Guerrero, Daniel Kaluuya, M'Baku. I don't want to have this fucking... The quote from The Lord of the Rings, spread like butter spread thin on a piece of bread. It was that sort of quote of how Bilbo ended up feeling after his long time with the ring. I don't want them to do that with the movie, man, because it will spoil the movie. If you've got an incoherent structure, an incoherent focus in terms of characters, it will turn out to be absolutely shite. That's what happened with Spider-Man 3 back in the day. There was too many villains. They didn't have a coherent plan on how to use all of these characters. I want them to pick someone, that's what I'm saying, to take over as Black Panther, be it Shuri and M'Baku, I don't give a shit who it is. Focus on them, give the other characters in Wakanda as a whole time to flesh out and breathe and do whatever the fuck you want with it, but do it right. And I've got absolute confidence, man, that Ryan Coogler will get it right. He's a great writer, he's a great director, as I keep saying, I say it every week nearly, I speak about this movie. I go back to Fruitvale Station with that guy, and I've loved the journey with him and Michael B. Jordan in particular, and I've got absolute confidence he will handle the legacy of Chadwick correctly. He seemed to touch him personally in the time he worked with him on the first movie. I've got confidence he will handle the story correctly. He will give us a correct air in terms of Black Panther, and he will just make it absolutely pop and be an absolute box office success again. It's got its I can't even think of the phrase just now because I'm absolutely blanking, because I'm so tired because it's late as hell and I've got weights and everything to do, so you must bear with me. I've got a couple more topics to go before I go off the cliff completely. They have their hands full, that is the word I'm going to use, the phrase I'm going to use, trying to better that original movie, because look, while some people look back on it in hindsight now and say it wasn't that great, I thought it was a great movie in terms of what it done with Killmonger, a great character, and what it done for that community and the black people worldwide. So if they better that, then my God, he's done something fucking special, because it won an Oscar, didn't it? After all.